I'm going to show you an Instant Pot chicken and noodle recipe today. I have an 8-quart Instant Pot. I have this on the saute button because to the pot I have already added 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 small chicken breasts that I cubed up. And everything will be done in this one pot, so you don't have a big messy cleanup at the end of this. You want to cook the chicken until it turns white, and then you can add the rest of your ingredients. I have 1 small onion that I chopped up. I have a teaspoon of garlic. You're going to add a teaspoon of salt. A teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Half a teaspoon of pepper. And a half teaspoon of dried thyme. And I actually dried this thyme in a previous video in the food dehydrator. So after all that is combined and your chicken is white, you just want to give it a little stir. And then to that, you're going to add 4 cups of chicken broth. And I would not add any more than 4 cups of chicken broth because I thought one time it maybe could have used a little more liquid. And when the Instant Pot changed the temperature after I put the lid on, broths just started going all over. So keep it at 4 cups for this one. And then you'll need 12 ounces of, I just used the frozen egg noodles. This is a 24 ounce, so I just kind of eyeball it. And you'll put those on top of the chicken broth. And make sure you kind of squish them down in there so they all get down into the liquid. Now, on my Instant Pot, I think I have one of the newer versions. To turn it off, you want to take it off of the saute. So to turn it off, I just have to hit my cancel button. And then I will put my lid on. And make sure this valve here goes to seal. And then on mine, I have to hit the pressure cook. And this will cook for 8 minutes. So there's a plus and minus. You just keep going till it reaches 8 minutes. And that's just going to take a second. And it will come up saying on. And then it takes probably 5 or 10 minutes to come up to pressure. And you'll know when it's up to pressure when this little pin here stays up, and it will make kind of a creaking sound. And then that's going to go for 8 minutes, and after that we'll check on it and we'll be good to go. Okay, so this is done. I let it sit for about 5 minutes to do a natural pressure release. I am going to vent it the rest of the way. When you do this, either use a pot holder, something that covers your hand, or I just use a long-handled spoon. And you're going to turn the valve to where it says vent, and it's going to release the rest of the pressure. When that pin goes down, you can take off the lid. So it takes just a minute to do that. It took about 10 minutes for this to come up to pressure. And when it did, my timer of 8 minutes came on and it counted down. And after the 8 minutes was up, my screen always says off. Make sure nobody is around when you do this too. After that's done releasing the rest of the pressure, I have a tablespoon of cornstarch in this little bowl. And when I'm able to take the lid off, I'm going to scoop out about a half cup of the liquid and make a little slurry and add it to the pot on saute, and it'll thicken that up. That is almost done. But as soon as that little pin drops, like I said, it's safe to take off the lid. So it's just starting to come down. Okay, so the pin drops, and it is safe for me to take off the lid. So I'll take that off, and you can see in just 8 minutes, the noodles are done. Everything's boiling, it looks really good. I'm going to turn my pot on to saute again and let it keep boiling a little bit. Like I said, there's a tablespoon of cornstarch in this bowl. I'm going to just kind of eyeball it with the half cup of liquid and put that in the bowl with the cornstarch. And then just whisk it up till you get all the lumps of cornstarch out of there. And if you like it thinner, you don't have to add the cornstarch to thicken it, but I like mine a little bit thicker. So we're going to dump that into the pot. Give it a stir and let it boil a few minutes until it thickens. And then you're ready to serve it. I hope you try this recipe. This is one of our favorites that I do in the Instant Pot. It's really fast, and you can have a meal on your table for your family in 30 minutes. But if you like this recipe, subscribe to my channel. There'll be many more recipes and some more gardening tips. So thanks for watching.